Hello everybody and welcome to my pull list tag video. I am Rainbow Red Panda and I am not guaranteeing this is going to be a short video at all. I've spent all morning making my list of just my pull, and I have 3 rows front and 2 plus another one started back. And I don't even think that's everything. I just kind of got to the point where I was past 130 and I just said, I can't do it anymore. And just so you know, everything that's in here is either current to my knowledge or it is coming out sort of in the near future. I haven't, all of the stuff that's like just ended, I didn't put it on here. Like a lot of people had like Damien, Son of Batman in theirs. I read that, but at the time that I made this video, the last issue has come out, so I'm not going to include that in my list because you can't. Like I would be here for days if I had to go that route because I read apparently way too many things. So question number 1 is, what is your monthly pull list? And I was curious about this myself. So I made a list, so I will now read that off to you. Avengers, Avengers World, New Avengers, Secret Avengers, Uncanny Avengers, Avengers AI, Avengers Assemble sometimes. Most of the time I end up getting it, but it's not one of my favorite titles at all. Batman, Deadpool, Night of the Living Deadpool, Thunderbolts, X-Men, All New X-Men, A+X, Uncanny X-Force, which is going to just turn into X-Force along with Cable and X-Force, which I also have basically been picking up every month now. Wolverine, Savage Wolverine, Nova, Constantine, Justice League of America, Justice League Dark, Forever Evil Arkham War, Forever Evil Rogues Rebellion, Forever Evil Argus, Phantom Stranger, Trinity of Sin, Pandora, which I think takes care of all of the Forever Evil titles, but if not, I read those too. Black Widow, which just started. Harley Quinn, Invincible Universe, Revival, Saga, Rachel Rising, A Voice in the Dark, God is Dead, Uber, 10 Grand, Apocalypse, Owl, which just came out yesterday, Protectors Inc., Batman Little Gotham, Batman 66, Powerpuff Girls, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, My Little Pony Friends Forever, all of the My Little Pony micro series issues, and any other My Little Pony books that I may have forgotten about. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles micro series, and I think there's one more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that I read, but it's not the like color creations or whatever that series is. I don't read that one as of yet. Legend of Oz, Wicked West, Sex Criminals, Satellite Sam, Adventure Time, all the other Adventure Time series, the Fiona and Cake, the Candy Capers. There's a Flip Side one, I think that's out now. I read all of those. I think a couple of them have ended, but I'm not really sure. The Accelerators and Bonnie, which isn't out yet, but I've read the first issue, and the first issue officially comes out in March sometime. Evil Empire, which comes out in the next few weeks. East of West, WWE Superstars, The Other Dead, Death Sentence, The Movement, Jupiter's Legacy, Army of Darkness vs. Hackslash, Superman Unchained, Superman Wonder Woman, all of the Umbrella Academy series, which there isn't one out right now, but supposedly soon there will be another one out, so it's on my list. Abe Sapien, Black Science, Pretty Deadly, Superior Spider-Man. I went ahead and included Amazing Spider-Man because it's supposed to be coming back, plus they just had the 700.1 through .5, so it's on there. Superior Foes of Spider-Man, Superior Carnage, Superior Spider-Man Team Up, Injustice. Year 1 just ended, Year 2 just started, so I included both. Extinction Parade, Rat Queens, Mighty Avengers, Loki, Agent of Asgard, which just came out, All New Invaders, Miss Marvel, which just came out, The Punisher, which just came out, Hinterkind, Sinister Dexter, Sidekick, Suicide Risk, Trillium, Revelations, Marvel Knights Spider-Man, Marvel Knights X-Men, The Mocking Dead, Origin 2, Eternal Warrior, Cataclysms, The Ultimate Last Stand, Cataclysms the Ultimates Spider-Man, Cataclysms the Ultimate X-Men, Cataclysms Ultimate Comics the Ultimates. And I think that's all of the Cataclysm series that's out right now. If not, I read those also. Larfleeze, Tales from Oz, Serenity, The Bounce, The Final Plague, Inhumanity, and that includes all of the Inhumanity titles, which I think the other ones are just Inhumanity and then Inhumanity The Awakening, and then all other future ones that might come out. Amazing X-Men, All New X-Factor, Ghosted, Uncanny X-Men, Skin Trade 3, Skyward, Empire of the Dead, Cryptozoic Man, The Hacktivist, X, The Wake, Witches, which is the Jock and Scott Snyder's title that's supposed to be out sometime before the end of the year. Dexter Down Under, which comes out sometime this month, I believe. Coffin Hill, Justice League 3000, M Theory, and then Suicide Squad, Indestructible Hulk, Avengers Assemble, which I already mentioned, Guardians of the Galaxy, and The Walking Dead. So that is everything that's on my list. It is not everything that I read, but I got to the point where it was really hard for me to find a new title that wasn't on the list, so I just sort of... Oh, and Sandman Overture. That one's the last one. So that is, like, I'm going to say 95 to 97% of my pull list. A lot of stuff, like I said, just ended. I've read a lot of the miniseries that have been out in the last year, so it's very possible that I've read it if you have a question about it. Okay, so that answers question number 1. Question number 2 is, what is the strongest book on my pull list and why? There are a lot of strong books. I always try to have a top 3 on my Comic Time, and Saga is always right up there. The last issue had so many, like, feelings in it for me that it was really powerful for me. I really like Thunderbolts. A lot of people really don't, apparently, but I haven't read the newest issue, but apparently that's changing people's minds, so I'm going to put Thunderbolts up there as well. Trillium is also one of my favorites because it's fun to read because you have to, like, flip things and stuff, but it's also a good story and I like it. I don't know, like, a lot of my books are strong. Like, I'm not going to read them if they suck. So, that's, Revival is really good. I like a lot of things. I like everything. I like Deadpool. I like Night of the Living Deadpool. Nova's really good. I read so many things. I really like the Accelerators for, like, a super indie type comic. I don't know. If it's on my list, it's probably going to be really good. My strongest book, if I had to pick one book for, like, the strongest, it would probably be Saga, just because it's very consistent every single time. So I guess that would be my answer. Plus it has Lion Cat, and Lion Cat's, like, one of my favorite characters in all of comic books, so that wins. Okay, weakest book and why. I am probably, besides I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of Avengers Assemble. It's not a book that I even started picking up. It was always a tie-in to every single thing that I was reading. So I just started getting it every month. So I'm going to say Avengers Assemble. And then also, a lot of people do not understand Pretty Deadly at all. And I'm not going to say that I 100% understand it, but I feel like my brain comprehends what's going on. It's just hard for me to turn that comprehension into words to explain to others. So I'm going to say that one also might be one of my weakest books, which sucks because those two are written by the same person, and that makes me feel like they're just a bad writer, but that is not the case. It's just, Pretty Deadly has some, you have to, like, you have to think about it, and the best way for me to understand it is to go and read her, like, writings afterwards. Like, the first issue she wrote about, you know, why the characters were the way they were and how she, like, explained it to her child and everything. And I'm like, if you can explain this kind of stuff to a child, it helps her her reasonings for explaining things to them to help understand what happened and what's going on. So those kind of things might help. A lot of times people don't read that kind of stuff. So if you really are that confused and you read that title, I don't know, maybe try and read those and see if that helps at all. And eventually I'm going to try, maybe whenever the first trade comes out, I'll try and do, like, a video to see if I can explain my opinions in video form. What titles am I considering dropping and why? I don't drop titles. That is why my list is so ridiculously insane. I'm not completely thrilled with Black Widow. I like Black Widow, but it's, I don't know, I like it, but it's not like mind-blowing to me. So I think if I had to drop something, but it is new, so I'm giving it a fair chance. It's on its 3rd issue, I believe. So I've thought about possibly, if I was going to consider dropping something, dropping it. I didn't have this on my thing, but I have started reading Velvet. I'm on the 2nd issue, and it's on issue number 3, and I'm not in love with that either, so I'm not sure that it's something that I'm going to add to the pull list. But I thought about it, and so that's just sort of, I'm not sure if it's going to even get added. But, and Jupiter's Legacy, I'm pretty sure I had that on here. I don't know if I did or not, but if not, Jupiter's Legacy should have been on here. And it's not that I don't like the title, it's that it's never out, ever. It's very inconsistent, it's very shady, it's very everything, and that makes me not like it, because you should be able to be out there. And it's a good title. I know a lot of people that like it. It just doesn't come out very often, and then whenever it does, it takes like 3 or 4 months before it comes out again, if not longer. And so I would consider dropping that, just because they keep me waiting too long, and that's not a good thing for comics. So I guess that would be my answers for that. And what books am I considering adding, and why? If I added every book that I've thought about adding, my comic list would be twice as long, if that's possible, than what it already is. But things that I've thought about adding, these are ones that I've read some issues of, I just haven't added. Imagine Agents, which is just like a 4-issue series. I thought about adding it. I want to add Chew. It will happen, I just have to get caught up on it first. Marvel Knights Hulk, I've thought about adding it because I read the Marvel Knights Spider-Man and the Marvel Knights X-Men. I just haven't added the Hulk yet. Batgirl, I thought about adding Batgirl. I've read the first trade of Batgirl, that's as far as I've gotten, so I'm not sure about that. Swamp Thing, everyone tells me I need to read Swamp Thing. I know I need to read Swamp Thing, but I read too many things, so it's hard for me to commit. Hawkeye is another one. I know I need to read it. I need it. I know. I'm aware of this. I'm working on it, okay? Once again, this list is already ridiculous. I really wanted to add Nightwing because I really liked Nightwing. I just haven't, I'm not caught up on it, and now it's ending. So I'm super sad about that. So it'll probably get added to the list. I'm just not sure when. Maybe I'll just wait until after it's over, then I'll just buy all of it in trade form. I'm not really sure, but the covers of Nightwing have been really awesome lately. Like, I don't know. I'm so conflicted about all of these things. So, I don't know. That's my comic pull list tag thing. I'm supposed to tag 3 people, so I'm going to tag almost the same people that I did last time. I'm going to tag Spin Dash again because you're going to do this, dude. It's going to happen. I'm going to tag Space Chief again because his list is probably very, very almost as long as mine, if not longer, which is a thing. Anyone that has a longer list than I do, I applaud you, and I would like to meet you because I feel like we should be best friends. And I'm gonna go out. I've been called out. I'm completely like okay with it and everything, but I've been called out by a certain person before, and so I'm gonna call him out and say, what is it? PK Comic Book 411 dude, the guy that does that video. I don't remember his complete name. I think it's PK something. So I'm going to tag him. I'll have all of their names in the information section below, as well as the questions. And I hope you guys like this video. I'm trying to make it like as quick as possible because this was like over 130 comics. So I will see you guys with the next tag video because I know I'll end up getting tagged. So bye!